So finally, today we have Mr. Jaganathan Chelliah, Senior Director Marketing, India, Middle East and Africa, Western Digital. So sir, finally I got you after changing a lot of days. So you are in Delhi and we came to know about you, and thanks to Bhavna. So can we have a discussion, sir, about the Western Digital?
Sure, of course. Right. So nice meeting you, Raju.
Thank you so much for time and always your valuable inputs for the industry.
It's always good to meet face to face. Right? I know we're meeting after almost 3 years.
Yeah.
Looking forward to the discussion today.
Yes, of course, sir. So there are a lot of queries. My audiences want to know about the plan, the growth. Especially in today, our discussion will be around gaming, eSports, the kind of support you are providing to the community and the WD Black portfolio. So I'm sure that we'll be having a quick round of discussion with you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir. Let's have a chat. So, sir, finally we are starting the discussion with you, and to start with, because in recent time we have seen the support for the eSports tournament in India from Western Digital. So my first query for you is WD Black Cup has really revolutionized the Indian eSports ecosystem in current scenario. What are your views on the immense success of this tournament? This tournament has got a tremendous response. So how do you see this?
Yeah. So WD Black Cup has kind of become a most sought after event amongst esports aficionados in India. Clearly, when we started it 2 years ago, our idea was to actually create a platform where budding gamers can come to experience professional esports competition and also provide a platform for the young folks to view how gaming happens in an esports environment. We have come a long way now. We are doing our third season right now, and the event has grown bigger and bigger over time. We are extremely pleased with the kind of response we have got for our season 3. We are in the middle of season 3 right now. Some of the big changes that we have seen is how people are really interested in participating in this tournament. We have got a lot of entries and we have to actually shortlist teams. We need to have a pre-tournament program to ensure that we choose the best to participate in it, right? So this time around, we've got about 128 teams competing for 3 different cups within this. Yeah? And as we have increased the prize money, there is a lot more interest in terms of how people can actively compete and win the tournament. Lastly, the interest in the cup is also coupled with the fact that we have been able to really scale our portfolio of WD Black SSDs, both internal and external, so that the gamers can actually build a completely different experience. So a combination of factors have really helped us establish WD Black as a very, very important tournament in the esports calendar in India.
Correct, very true. And we have seen the that because season 1 was coming from season 1 to season 3, it was a journey of almost 1.5 years, and we have seen the kind of craze we have seen in the gamers. So thanks to Western Digital and people like you who have really come up with the idea to start this tournament on a global level, in fact. Okay, so moving to my next query, which is about the gamers. So how the gamers from across South Asia, it's not India, South Asia, have been able to get the much needed exposure through this mega gaming tournament. So how did you plan this to pull the gamers across South Asia? So how did this?
So the most important factor for us was to actually build a credible platform, right? So we actually reached out to like-minded brands who will actually collaborate with us to create a very, very strong program that will build the necessary excitement and also have the necessary attraction for gamers and influencers to actually participate in this and benefit from it. So our partner, a strategic partner in this initiative has been AMD in India. I really want to thank them for being a part of this initiative right from our season 1. So that kind of gave us, their presence kind of gave us the scale that was required to actually establish this program in the gaming ecosystem. In season 3, we also have other like-minded brands like Red Bull who are participating actively along with us. So that was one aspect. The other aspect was we were able to actually sell this as a very, very exciting, high involvement proposition amongst influencers, in the country. So they play a very important role in popularizing any esports tournament, So we had a very, very strong engagement with the influencer ecosystem, and they actually took this property far across the country. Lastly, as I said, the gaming even format per se, right, kept evolving from season to season, right? So first season just had one tournament. Now we have 3 sub tournaments within this, and this year we also have an exclusive tournament for, right, women only teams, right? So that way we have actually really brought in a lot of excitement into the program that has kept people highly engaged.
Right. So rightly said about the role of influencers in this tournament is very important, because they have created a kind of excitement among the gamers, and you really work along with your partners like AMD, and this is the result which we can see today. So moving to my next part of queries, which is all the 3 seasons of WD Black Cup have gained quite tremendous response from the gaming fraternity. So how did this help you in leading the market? Now let's talk about portfolio, SSD portfolio, WD Black, which has kind of popularity we have seen and adoption. So I'm just about to I would like to know about how these tournament is really helping you to support gamers in terms of tournament, plus providing a storage solution which is relevant for them for their gaming as a professional growth. So how do you see the kind of traction you're getting during these tournaments with the help of these tournaments?
So it's a very, very interesting question, Rajiv. Typically, when a gamer actually builds a gaming PC, the focus is on almost all components except storage. Right, as the popular saying goes, right, a team is as strong as its weakest link. Unless you have a very, very strong product for storing your game and retrieving your game as and when you need it, you will have a challenge with respect to the overall gaming experience. We saw this as an important requirement for gamers in India. We took it upon ourselves to educate the gaming community, and that's when we had our WD Black brand launched specifically for gamers globally. And in India, we took the lead in associating WD Black brand with gamers using the WD Black Cup. And this has really helped us rally the gaming community around the brand. In addition to this, we have also been able to create a lot of gaming communities on our Insta page, and through our offline gaming initiatives. Clearly, the portfolio and the WD Black Cup initiatives have helped us establish WD Black brand in the country in a very, very effective manner.
Right. So, if you can share something about the kind of the product name which is doing extremely well, if you can.
So okay, if you want me to talk about the portfolio and specifically, so there are right 2 types of products which are available, right? Storage products available for gamers under WD Black brand. So one is the internal SSD portfolio. So right, we have WD Black SN850, which is our flagship product, and then we also have WD Black SN770, which is a high performance product meant for mainstream gamers. So right, someone who is really looking for power hungry gaming applications to be run, he chooses SN850, and someone who is looking for mainstream gaming experience, he chooses WD Black SN770. Okay. So that's how we are looking at driving our internal SSD portfolio. The external SSD portfolio are meant for gamers who have a lot of games in their machine, but they are running out of space, right? So you'll need to carry it around. So we have an external SSD portfolio, P50 and P10, which are meant for gamers to actually store additional games that they can carry around, and whenever they need it, they can port it into their computers. Right. So that's how our portfolio is built.
Okay, so I'm just about to know if you can share something about the current trend, which has got adoption in SSD gaming segment. If you can quickly tell about the technology or trend which is coming to India and that is being adopted. So
the core benefit of an SSD is to ensure that you have a very, very fast gameplay mode. So when you play a game, you will have stuttering happening. That's primarily because the game load from the drive into the GPU and CPU is taking time. So you'll need a high performance SSD. Right. So that's the core benefit. Now that's not the only aspect. There are several other things which actually come into play to provide a smooth gaming experience. For example, right, your SSD can get overheated. So you need to ensure that it is always in game mode so that the transfer of data happens in a seamless manner. So for that, we actually provide, right, a software that can help you have your SSD, right, in game mode. We call that as our dashboard. Okay, so that's one of the aspects. The other aspect is SSDs actually get heated up. So we have a heatsink version, which ensures that the SSDs don't heat it up, so that you have a much longer gameplay. So these are some of the interesting technologies which are coming in on the internal SSD space to help gamers have a great experience.
True. Thanks for sharing this trend and let me understand the benefit of using SSD. Okay, so eSports has evolved. We have seen, especially in last 2 years in COVID world. Okay, so by 2025, how do you see the volume of eSports market in India? Can you comment about that, bro?
So a recent study by Fickey, Ernst & Young says that we will have about 440 million gamers in India by end of 2022. Now, this includes both mobile and desktop, laptop-based gaming. Right. So if you really focus on gaming as a whole, right, and esports in particular, there are certain infrastructural requirements which are critical to provide you a great gaming experience. One, you need to have internet, right, which is robust, and two, it needs to be affordable. Okay. Two, people will need to have devices which can actually take advantage of these games, which are rich in graphics. Right, and lastly, you will need to have, right, a generation which is highly involved in gaming. Today, all these three are coming into play. So you have great mobile phones which have the best, best-in-class chipsets which can provide you that experience. You have out-of-the-world computers, right? So which provide you, right, very, very seamless gaming experience, right? And brands like Western Digital are bringing in specialized gaming components which enrich the overall gaming experience. So clearly, all these factors are, right, driving the adoption of esports in a big way. Now, there are certain other environmental aspects which are coming into play. So one, this is becoming a viable profession today. So in addition to gamers, right, who can win, good money in tournaments, you have casting, right, where you have casters in tournament, right, for every tournament. Okay, game development is becoming a good, industry by itself, right? So that's the other aspect which is coming in, right? So clearly, it's not just about esports alone. It's also about the entire ecosystem around it, which is coming into play. That is going to make a significant difference as we move forward.
Right, and so this has been added to Asia. That has been postponed, I think.
Yeah, the Asian Games has been postponed, but definitely this is now a medal round, right? Yeah, esports is a medal round in Asian Games, right? 2022, whenever it is going to be held, right? So that is another important aspect for people to really aspire for.
Right. So we as industry player, we look forward that the parents should support this as a profession, because this is now really a sports which we should look forward for younger generation.
Absolutely.
Okay, sir. So, at last thing I would like to know, because, support is what every brand need to commit. So how WD is there when it comes to support to the buyers who are buying SSD, black SSD?
So, now, right, as I said, right, so, right, we look at gamers and gaming community in India, right, as a very, very special and important customer segment for us. We engage with them in multiple ways. One, we have a very strong Instagram community through which we educate, right, and also build a high level of engagement with the gaming community in India. Two, our esports tournament is a biannual event, and this will continue. The WD Black Cup will continue every 6 months. Okay? Through this, right, we engage with the gaming community and the entire ecosystem to actually, right, help them, right, enhance their overall capabilities in gaming. Okay, so that's something which we are committed to. Lastly, not only this, right? So for promoting gaming, right, and gamers in India, there are several other initiatives, right, we have in pipeline, and we are constantly innovating newer ways of engaging gamers and educating gamers, help them enhance their skill sets, right, in a manner that it's beneficial for the entire country. That's how we are looking at it.
Okay, so that's great. So there are a lot of things which is coming from your brand, and this will benefit the entire ecosystem. Like you said, that the developer, the entire part of this ecosystem will get a gain, and will have a good time moving ahead. So, but you know that DT is a trade publication, so I cannot let you go before you can answer this thing, because how do you see the reaction from the partners who are selling this?
It's a very good point, right? Yeah. So, it's a growth opportunity for the partner community. So, you look at any report out there within the PC segment. Gaming PCs and laptops have high double-digit growth. Clearly, it's a growth opportunity for the entire IT channel ecosystem. As Western Digital, we are committed to developing the gaming segment. We are committed to developing the capabilities of the partner to actually deliver best-in-class PCs using WD Black SSDs. We do a lot of training programs. We also do a lot of demand generation programs to ensure that they have the right kind of opportunities to actually sell and market their products. We also have a very specific program targeted the gaming system integrators, right? So where we work closely with them end to end to help them with products, to help them with creating marketing programs through digital, and also on-ground initiatives. Clearly, this is something that we are committed to ensure that our partners succeed in this space.
Okay, so really nice of you that you answered about the partners community also, because these videos will be also watched by the partners community which sells your product. So I'm sure that they will have this answer, and they'll be happy that the brand is really with them, and they want this market to grow, and they'll do everything to protect their interest and the margin itself. So
thank you, Rajiv.
Yes, thank you so much for talking to Digital Terminal. It's always a pleasure to talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.